Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we have the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
What you don't see before we talk is we do kind of warm up a little bit, kind of get the energy level up, right, Brad?
Pumped up.
Okay, today, Brad, we're going to talk about 13 supraspinatus rotator cuff stretches and exercises that you can do. I'm going to assume, Brad, that they know what muscle they tore. We're not going to go into that.
The supraspinatus.
Yeah, the supraspinatus.
Most commonly
common tear. Happens a lot in people who are 80 and over. Did you know that?
I believe it. I've worked with a number of them.
50% of the people are 80 and over.
You've done your homework,
Yeah,
Bob.
I did my homework. So,
excellent.
By the way, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy and fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, please like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Brad and I don't have very many friends, and so whenever you like us, we feel like we have another friend.
It's just another feather in our hat. We need that.
Okay, let's start off with the test, Brad. Oh, first off, just one thing, Brad, I was going to mention.
One.
When you have a tear, if you have a partial tear, you definitely should do some rehab.
Sure.
And if you have a tear that's less than 1 centimeter, you're definitely going to, a full tear, you're definitely going to want to still try rehab. If it's greater than 1 centimeter, then you're going to maybe talking to your surgeon about it.
So the only way you're really going to know this is through an MRI?
Right.
Right. Okay.
So
you've already seen the doctor, they had the MRI, you've got all this information, and it's time to make that decision.
Right. So here we're going to start off with our exercises, Brad, kind of some of the easier ones, the stretches, and then going into the strengthening.
There you go.
So the first one, Brad, is very common. It's called the pendulum exercise. Every therapist knows these. You basically, this is the involved shoulder, the right shoulder. You're going to lean on a countertop or a chair, and you're just going to let your body kind of make it swing.
Right. Yeah, it's also called the Codman's because I think Dr. Codman might
Came up with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do one thing there, Bob.
Okay.
That some people, especially the therapists, might say, "Oh, well, you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to let the body get the motion going and the arm be completely flaccid." Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have to start, but eventually you want to start getting a little movement because that's even a little strength.
I just wanted to clarify that.
And then you can do circles one way and circles the other way.
Okay.
Too. So the next one that I like to throw in is a technique by Mulligan. And I like this one actually better than the pendulum. There's a reason why some people don't like the pendulum, Brad. They feel like that it pulls the head of the humerus.
Sure. Yep.
So this is to help set the humeral head down into the socket, which means nothing to most of you, but it means something to us. So
you'll feel the difference.
Yeah, so you're going to find a countertop or a back of a chair, and now I'm pushing down into the chair. Now, all of these should be pain-free, right, Brad?
Right. So should make it feel a little bit better possibly here.
So again, my involved shoulder here, I'm going to push down the whole time.
He's pushing that direction.
Yeah, and then I come back up, and I'm still pushing down.
Right. And, I've had patients, and we've got a lot of comments. People do this, and they got a smile on their face because they can finally get pain-free range of motion.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people, Brad, that like this one. There's a couple that don't,
Yep.
but I have a lot of people that like it. You can do a good set of 10 of those.
Sure. It's going to depend on the size of the tear. If it's a complete tear, this may not be the...
May not feel good.
Right.
All right. Do you want to show wand exercises,
well,
Brad?
Of course I do. I'll give you a wand exercise. What are we going to start first
Flexion.
with? Flexion, okay.
And then abduction.
Flexion is straight out in front of you like this. So if this is my involved arm, I'm going to use my strong arm to be the guide. That's going to do the work. This one's just going for the ride essentially at first. And you're going to go up there and try and get range of motion.
Again, pain-free.
Right.
You don't want to...
Once it starts getting stronger, you can give a little assistance, so it becomes active assistive, we call that. And you're going to bring it up as far as you can. If you start to get pain up here, that sharp pain, don't go that high. Go just before it and then come down. So you're working that pain-free range.
That sounds good. Go right into abduction.
Okay, abduction is out to the side because you pull your arm away. It gets abducted.
I'd keep your thumb up.
Thumb up, yep, like you're doing a hitchhike up towards heaven there. We're going up like this and down again. This arm initially is just going to go for the ride, pain-free range. If you get to here and it starts to hurt, we'll go back down. Don't push into that pain, think that's going to get better, because it's not. We just work it, and over time, you'll get it up higher and higher and get normal. Once you get up to here, that's high enough, unless you're a pitcher where you're going to need that extreme range of motion.
Or a basketball player.
Oh, basketball. Say no
Don't forget
more.
about that. All right, next one, Brad, is stretching into external rotation. You guys are going to like this one because I've never seen this one before. It's a new one.
Okay.
So you take the involved arm, you put it in the crook. Is that the crook of the elbow of the other arm?
Sure, we'll
You
call it a crook.
grab the thumb like this, and look at this. You're pulling into external rotation.
Plus you get a thumb stretch at the same time.
Yep, you're getting a double stretch.
So external rotation simply means the humerus goes this way.
Yeah, or it goes like this.
Right.
It's hard to stretch this way, but you can stretch like this.
Right.
And I'm at end range right now.
Sure.
So
Again, that one, maybe if it's painful, don't do it. It should be a feel-good stretch, like it needs it.
all right, then we're going to stretch the back of the shoulder here. So this is a really easy one. You just grab the wrist, and you're going to pull over like this.
Right.
Now, I was just reading on this. I'm not really certain why, but they don't want you to grab in here.
Okay.
They want you to put a little traction on it.
I'm assuming, Bob, you know, I didn't read what you're reading, but I bet you they're just trying to open the gap up between the humerus and the coracoid process.
I think you're right, because the other thing they said along with this is you can even try to work on keeping your shoulder blade down.
Sure.
You know,
Yep.
keep it down while you're doing this. And I think by doing this, it's not pinching as much in here.
Yep, getting that impingement out of there. So
right.
that he's pulling out this way, a little traction,
stretching, yep.
and then go over. Again, you'll know if it's right. It's going to feel better with more range of motion.
Okay, number 6 is a chest stretch. You know, one of the things that's bad with when you're pinching your shoulder, basically getting the impingement, is sometimes your shoulders are internally rotated.
Yep, and you get
So
poor
we want to
posture.
chest your stretch. Stretch
Chest
your chest.
Chest your stretch, Bob.
So you can go into a corner, into a doorway, and you can lean in like this.
Yep.
You can go like this too. Just bring your elbows way back. I don't know if you'll be able to do it with your shoulder like that.
Exactly.
That's why if you have a doorway right here, if you go like this and you lean in like this,
Yep.
that'll stretch that chest.
Bob, I'm going to make a doorway on wheels here so we can do
I
that
know,
someday.
we need that one a lot, don't
We'll
we?
have a lot of fun with that one.
All right, now we're going to go into strengthening, Brad. We're going to
Okay.
start strengthening.
Yeah, so the whole idea is, while Bob gets ready, is you want to gain range of motion before you start strengthening. You know, if you can't get your arm up to here, you're not going to start strengthening until you can get it up to here, okay?
Now, in this one, Brad, you can do this on the floor and put some pillows down, and so your arms raise up a little bit. I'm just going to show you the right side. You could do this with both sides at the same time.
Sure, yep.
So you're going to go down like this, and you're going to have your thumb pointed forward.
Right down here.
And all you're doing is bringing it up like this and squeezing your shoulder blades together while you do it.
So up here is where the strengthening we're really concerned about going on, is right here.
I think we called it in another video the core. You know, we're strengthening the muscles around the shoulder blade.
Yep, the ones that stabilize the shoulder blade, because if your shoulder blade's not stable, the shoulder joint where the tear is will
Now,
not
believe me,
be
yeah,
stable.
on a weak shoulder, Brad, this will be hard enough for you.
Oh, yeah. It looks like an easy, simple exercise, but you do it like this.
And you do it a number of times, you'll
Yep.
start to feel it. The next one is, Brad, thumb is toward you now, and you bring the elbow up, and then externally rotate like this.
Right.
So elbow up,
So
and then turn the arm like that.
thumb is here. I'm just doing it vertical.
Yep. And again, I can start to feel that already, Brad, in the external rotators, that it's working.
Yeah. So when he says he's feeling it, he's not feeling a sharp, bad pain. It's muscle fatigue.
Yeah, I'm starting, even despite the fact that I don't have a bad shoulder, I am feeling it.
So the muscles are working.
Yep.
The
Next
correct muscles.
Next one, very simple one, Brad. You're just going to go ahead and do basically like we said, the empty can exercise.
Sure.
In what we call scaption. So,
Oh, Bob, just wait. Your collar's out of. We
Oh,
can't.
my gosh.
Yes, we can't have that.
I wonder
What
how
would
my
your
wife
wife say?
Yeah, how she let me out the door. All right, so very simple on this. You're just going to bring the arm forward a little bit like this. You have the thumb pointed down, and you're just going to go up like this. Just some repeated.
Right. So that is actually, we call that in the therapy world scaption. It's not straight in front of you, and it's not out to the side. It's
Yeah,
kinda
about
at an angle.
45 degrees
Yep.
or so forward.
There are
So,
some mechanics that relate to the
yeah,
shoulder blade with that, but we
why
don't
we're
need to get
doing
into that.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, then you can take. Oh, we did get 2 weights.
Well, of course, Bob. I'm on the ball.
Now you can just take 2 cans. You can take 2 soup
Sure,
cans.
soup cans, you
and
bet.
you're just going to start doing these.
Right. You know, these are 5 pounds weight. If you got an injured shoulder, you're
Yeah.
not going to start with 5-pound weights.
A can's going to just be 1 pound.
Yep,
And you want to have really good posture while you're doing these. Really good posture.
Right. So even go give them the profile, Bob. So this posture this way, the shoulders need to be back, and you know, that's just a common staple for shoulder health. We talk about that all the time.
All right, next one is what we call outies.
Oh.
You want to get off
Outie, like a belly button outie?
You want to get off
Oh,
my...
I'm sorry.
After
Yeah,
a comment like that, I think I'll just have you leave the video here.
external rotation
Yeah.
of the.
Yep, of the shoulder.
Yep.
So again, now we got to wait, and we're just going to go up like this.
Yep.
You can even go up higher if you feel up to it.
Right.
Sometimes they put the pillow or the towel underneath there, don't they, Brad?
Sure. I was just gonna do that. You can take
Brad
it.
anticipates my every move
There
here.
we go.
So he's putting a little towel under here, gives you a little separation there.
Right. In theory, if you need to be out about 20 to 30 degrees, which that'll help do. It's not a big deal, but it is helpful. I think it's more comfortable.
I'll tell you what, this one, with 5 pounds, I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 pound with an injured shoulder is going to be
plenty.
adequate.
All right, next one, you can do start doing external rotation with the therotubing or tubing, stretch tubing. So you just want to be my anchor, Brad?
Yes. There. See, now you know I won't let go. This is
Okay.
a safety thing.
All right, so we're just going, I can do both at the same time.
Yep.
You're doing external rotation.
Now, when you're doing these, you'll want to think about your shoulder blades going back and down.
Right, exactly. You're squeezing the shoulder blades together and down.
Right.
Put them down into your pockets.
Because you don't want to go back and have your shoulders go up towards your ears.
All right, the last one, Brad, kind of secure that right there, would you? I'm going to go, just hold it really low.
Oh, okay.
Like this. Okay. And so we're going to start down here, and my thumb is up, and my palm is facing me.
Right.
And now it's facing away, that way.
So, yep, okay.
So I'm starting here, I'm going here. This works on external rotation, flexion, a little bit abduction.
Right.
So it's a functional pattern.
Right. This is D1? Is this D1?
I think this is D1, isn't
Right.
it?
Therapists out there, give us a little comment, correct us if we're not right.
I think this is D2, isn't it?
Yeah. The P and F patterns,
Yeah.
I've kind of forgot some of the details on those.
Yeah.
Inside information, just forget we said that.
Very good. And that's the last one. When you get
All
to
right,
that point, you're doing
Bob,
pretty well. So,
excellent work.
remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Yes, we can, but I'm going to use a red pointer here. Here it comes, except for that broken
Working
heart.
hard, yeah. But we're working on it.
Exactly right. We're not going to give up either. We're not that way.
Thanks.